What does this mean for the Celtics? What happened to Kristaps Porzingis during the Celtics' loss to the 76ers on Christmas Day? The answer is simple. The Boston Giant, standing at 2.21 meters, left the game in the first half and was immediately ruled out for the remainder of the match. But what exactly happened? The answer could be even more alarming. Porzingis suffered a left ankle injury, a sprain that left all Celtics fans on high alert. In just 13 minutes of play, the player scored 9 points, made 3 assists, and grabbed 2 rebounds, but the pain became too much for him to bear. In his place, Al Horford, a former All-Star, had to take charge in the second half, alongside Jrue Holiday, who was sidelined due to a shoulder issue. What does this mean for the upcoming games? The Celtics confirmed that, for now, Porzingis is listed as questionable for the Friday matchup against the Indiana Pacers. But will he be able to recover in time? This injury is a nightmare for the Celtics, who have already been without Porzingis for 17 games this season due to a surgery in the summer. And if you think things can't get worse, guess what? He's already missed 2 consecutive games due to other issues. In the 11 full games he's played so far, he's averaging 18.3 points, 6.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.5 blocks. What happened in the game against the 76ers? The standout performance came from Tyrese Maxey, who scored 33 points. Joel Embiid, the 2023 MVP, contributed 27 points, and Caleb Martin added 23 points. Meanwhile, the Celtics suffered their second consecutive loss, marking the first losing streak of the season. Will the Celtics be able to turn things around in time? And there's more. Holiday, who's been dealing with a right shoulder injury, is also questionable for the game against the Pacers. Let's not forget that the Pacers are on fire, with a 5-game winning streak. At the moment, the Celtics are still the second-best team in the East, with 22 wins and 8 losses, but they're 4 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers, currently in 8th place, are rising fast like a rocket. Tatum doesn't believe the Celtics are panic-stricken. The Boston Celtics, last season's champions, are going through a tough time. But are they really in trouble? What's going on with the Celtics? In the last 7 games, the team suffered 4 losses and only managed 3 wins. To make matters worse, they lost 2 games in a row, something that hadn't happened this year. But hold on. The Celtics still have 22 wins and 8 losses, securing the second place in the East. So, is this a sign of a crisis, or just a rough patch? Jayson Tatum, the star player, is not worried at all. He said after the game, "We need to improve. The season is long, and no one is panicking. The feeling that things are worse than they really are is normal. We just need to look in the mirror and improve." What happened against the 76ers? In the last Christmas game, the Celtics lost to the Philadelphia 76ers by 118 to 114. But Tatum shone once again, with 32 points and 15 rebounds. He also recorded 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Even so, the team couldn't get the win, leaving fans with many questions. With Jrue Holiday missing, coach Joe MAZZULLA made some adjustments to the lineup. Al Horford moved to power forward, and Tatum switched to small forward. Horford scored 17 points, and Jaylen Brown also excelled with 23 points, along with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Derek White, with his impeccable defense, added 21 points and 4 assists. The next challenge is coming. Now, the Celtics face a big challenge against the Indiana Pacers, who are on a 5-game winning streak. They are one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, and with 15 wins and 15 losses, they won't make life easy for Boston. Will the Celtics turn things around and regain control? Or will the Pacers continue their winning streak? The answer comes this Friday. Joe MAZZULLA talks about Celtics' irregular play. It's hard to believe, but this is the first time the Celtics have lost back-to-back games this season. In the game against the 76ers, the team showed a surprising defensive weakness and saw their opponent open up a 16-point lead during the third quarter. That was the biggest home deficit the Celtics have faced so far. To make matters worse, the team couldn't respond and struggled to score points. Defense was the main issue, as Joel Embiid, the star of the opposing team, scored 27 points and had an outstanding performance. In addition to him, the young talent Tyrese Maxey also caused trouble, scoring 32 points and leading the team to victory. Tatum was the best again. In a game where the team was outperformed in many aspects, Jayson Tatum once again was the top player for the Celtics. With 32 points and 15 rebounds, Tatum did everything he could to lead his team to victory. His performance was brilliant, with 11 makes from 20 attempts and a solid showing from beyond the arc, hitting 4 of 8 three-pointers. He was also strong in the paint, grabbing rebounds and being one of the standout players of the game. But in the end, even a stellar individual performance wasn't enough to prevent the loss. As a team, they couldn't find their rhythm, and that proved to be decisive. MAZZULLA talks about Celtics' irregular play. After the game, Coach Joe MAZZULLA was very direct when discussing what's been going on with the team. "We didn't have good offensive rhythm, our defense wasn't good either. We're playing inconsistent basketball." MAZZULLA didn't hide the fact that the team has been showing irregular performance on both offense and defense. He said the Celtics need to improve in every aspect of the game: on offense, where they can't create opportunities as efficiently, and on defense, where they've been allowing easy points. According to MAZZULLA, the team needs to be more consistent to achieve the results they want. Al Horford, another veteran on the team, also commented on the difficult moment. He, who scored 22 points in the game against the 76ers, agreed with the coach. Horford believes that, despite the ups and downs, the Celtics have the potential to overcome this tough period. He emphasized the importance of staying focused throughout the game and not allowing the team to fall into the temptation of relaxing, no matter what point in the game it is. Despite the recent struggles, the Celtics are still in a good position in the Eastern Conference standings. With 22 wins and 8 losses, they sit in second place, only behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have 26 wins and 4 losses. This strong position still puts the team in an excellent situation for the remainder of the season. The most important thing is that, as Tatum himself said, they need to bounce back and keep their confidence. Jayson Tatum talks about mysterious illness. The Boston Celtics have been going through a tough time in recent weeks. The team, which started the season strong, has faced some difficulties and hasn't played with the same intensity as before. Even so, the team is still among the best in the NBA and remains firmly in the fight for the top of the Eastern Conference. But what no one expected was what happened before their game against Philadelphia. When the team was set to face the Orlando Magic, superstar Jayson Tatum didn't show up at the start of the game. He was removed from the starting lineup for a mysterious reason, leaving everyone wondering what was going on. The team didn't make many comments on the matter, and Tatum's absence took fans by surprise. What really happened to Jayson Tatum? After the game, Jayson Tatum finally explained what had happened and revealed details about the virus that kept him out of action. He shared that he had a mild illness, something that lasted only 24 to 48 hours. "I was fine all day, I felt good during the warm-ups before the game, but during the team meeting, something strange happened, and suddenly I started feeling bad. I ended up losing a lot of fluids over the last 2 days, and that left me tired. I tried to push through and hoped my energy would come back," said Tatum. Fortunately, the minor virus was nothing serious, but it left Tatum a bit weakened for a few days. Even so, he did his best to recover quickly and return to the game as soon as possible. The Celtics need to find their rhythm again. This type of situation is common for championship teams. Sometimes, after achieving something so big, players can end up relaxing a bit during the regular season games. And that's exactly what seems to be happening with the Celtics right now. They've already shown that they are a very strong team, with players like Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, and others. The team has the necessary quality to get back on track, but they need to find the right rhythm again and play with more consistency. Moreover, even with a few losses, the Celtics are still in second place in the Eastern Conference, with a 22-8 record, which is excellent for this point in the season. This means that, even with challenges, the team is still one of the best in the NBA. They now need to work on improving their collective game and avoid mistakes in the second half of the season. For the Celtics, the focus now is to secure a spot in the playoffs. It doesn't matter as much whether they'll have home court advantage or not, although it would be nice, of course. What matters most is that the team stays healthy and prepares well for the crucial games. The path to the title will be tougher, but with the experience this team has, nothing is lost. The team knows that when the playoffs begin, everything changes. The atmosphere becomes more intense, the games are more challenging, and the team needs to be ready to give their all. Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the other leaders of the team know that now is the time to step it up. If the team focuses and plays with energy and effort, they have every chance to achieve great things. Hey Celtics fanatics! What do you think of this news? Leave your opinion in the comments, as it's highly valued.